Hi, my name is Aarti. I'm from Mumbai. By passion, I'm a runner, and by profession, I'm a banker. I've been running since past 3 to 4 years now, and I'm very much into it. Trekking, 3 years ago, I did my first high altitude trek, which was in India, the Hamta Pass. And that is when I realized that I really like to be in the mountains. I love the silence and the peace that I get. And since then, I have done around 2 high altitude treks, and this Manaslu circuit was my third one. I always wanted to trek in Nepal, but there are two very famous treks in Nepal, which are Everest Base Camp and Annapurna Base Camp. And I don't like crowded places, so I chose Manaslu, which is a little offbeat than the commercial ones. It is very different. Trekking in Nepal is very luxurious, I would say. Everything has been taken care of. There are Sherpas to hold your luggage. The guide takes care of your accommodation. You have beds, you have blankets, you get warm water, you have washrooms. You have absolutely everything that you could ask for at such an altitude. In India, you don't get such luxury. You basically stay in tents, and you start valuing all small little things when you trek in India. But in Nepal, it is adventure covered in comfort, I would say. The first difference that I could find was there was a video call wherein we got to know who the other trekmates are, what they have done. We interacted a little bit, so that made us a little comfortable. That was the first difference. Secondly, right at the moment we landed in Kathmandu, from there everything was being taken care by them. Like, we had the pickup service, our stay was arranged. Like, we didn't have to look after anything. Everything was being taken care of, right from food, accommodation, do's, don'ts, everything was being taken care of. Wearing one. They are pretty cool. I love the t-shirt. I forgot to wear the cap. They're cool. I love them. Yeah, it could accommodate a lot of things. Like, I felt like I should have carried a lot more because there was a little space empty in the bag. That was nice. I would say this is the longest trek that I've done, like in terms of day and mileage as well. It was 12 days long. We trekked for around 145 kilometers over a span of 12 days. Initially, it was very in the initial days, we would trek for like only 5 hours, 6 hours, which was pretty, manageable. I started to struggle a bit just a day before the pass because we had gained a little altitude, and the inclines had started becoming very steep. So climbing the pass was a very difficult day. That's the most difficult thing I've done my entire life. Crossing Larke Pass is the highlight of my 33 years of life that I have lived. Larke Pass has been the most difficult thing that I've done physically. I think they are similar on a certain level because be it long runs, be it long treks, it's more about your mental game, how strong mentally you are, I feel, because it's about the endurance at the end of the day. So be it running or be it trekking, if you're able to control your mind on those days, I think that's how I made it on the pass day. I think, so the one thing that I've observed with runners is they get into running and they stick just to running. They don't, diverge in any other physical activities or other different sports. I would suggest runners to take up, there are so many other things, trekking is one of them. I would suggest them to just, get out here. Your endurance definitely will help you, and it will give you a broader perspective in life. हो, मला आवडेल बोलायला. मला असं वाटतं सगळ्यांनी म्हणजे आपल्या आयुष्यात आपण इतके बिझी असतो विथ आवर कॉर्पोरेट लाईफ्स, कॉर्पोरेट जॉब्स अँड एव्हरीथिंग. आणि जे वेकेशन्स आपण घेतो ते सुद्धा फार असे लक्झरी वेकेशन्स असतात. आय फील प्रत्येकाने वर्षात ना एक 5-6 दिवस तरी थोडा नेचरमध्ये डिस्कनेक्ट फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड अँड यू शुड स्पेंड अ लिटल टाइम इन नेचर. यू विल गेन अ मच लार्जर पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह ऑन लाईफ. दॅट इज व्हॉट इट.
Hi, I'm Alika. I'm a homemaker. I used to work as a teacher, and a group of other teachers inspired me to do the Everest EBC trek, and that's how I got into doing these treks in Nepal. I did the Manaslu trek just now, and just recently we finished. Kaveri and I, we both finished. And it was an absolutely fantastic experience. Let her introduce herself, and then we will continue to.
Hi, I'm Kaveri. I'm a homemaker, and this is the second trek with. This is the second trek with Trek Nomads, and amazing experience with Trek Nomads. Friendly guides, and very well organized, and unforgettable views.
The experience is absolutely fantastic. So, as she said, this is my second trek as well. The first one we did was Langtang that we did together. And that was very, very different from the trek that we've done now. That was a 7-day, 8-day, very short trek. And this time when we did this trek, we were pretty excited that it's going to be much longer. We didn't realize what we were getting into actually.
Exactly.
Because it's a totally different experience. Both the treks are totally different experiences. The trek per se, when we started, it was actually good fun. First few days we didn't really walk much. We laughed a lot. We talked a lot. We started off at a low altitude, and over a period of time, we realized that we were going higher and higher. That things were not as easy as we thought it would be.
Especially last day, that past day.
But it was so much fun. We had the most fantastic guide, and he helped us so much. In fact, the last bit when we did the pass, that was a day we will never
amazing,
forget, right? That was a day we'll never forget, because we woke up at 3:30 in the morning. We had breakfast at 3:50. Actually, we woke up at 2:30. We had breakfast at 3:50.
3:30.
Somewhere around that
and
time.
we reached around.
And we took 6 hours to do the pass, but we did it. And that was fantastic. That was really good. It was a long, long, long day, but it was worth every single minute. We've already planned our next trip with Trek Nomads.
Exactly. Next year.
Next year, we're coming back to Nepal. Well, when I did EBC, I thought that was what trekking was all about. Seeing people. In fact, we used to joke saying purple jacket, the same purple jacket we're seeing for the past 15 days, or the same blue jacket, and we started recognizing people by the kind of clothes that they were wearing. We didn't know who was who. When we did the Langtang trek, we realized we were the only ones there. In fact, many days we saw nobody, but just our group, 3 of us, and we just kept looking at and bumping into each other.
Yeah.
And then we did the Manaslu trek, which was a little better. I mean, there were more people on the trail, a little better in the sense, more people on the trail. They're totally different vistas, totally different. So if you're doing treks, it's good to do one crowded one lonely one long one short one. It adds variety and it makes it more interesting. Most people have no clue whatsoever what trekking is all about. In fact, one of my other friends who came on the trek with us was so clueless about the whole thing. Said, "Oh, I've been to this place, I've been to that place. I can offer to 4 trips around Lal Bagh, and that's enough practice for me." That was his experience into trekking. And then when he came on this trek, he realized how different things are. When you're sitting at home and your entire world consists of cooking and taking care of the children and doing nothing else, you have no clue what lies outside. They should step out. They should take a look. It's great for the children because they learn so much by coming to Nepal, by doing this trek. In fact, I kept constantly saying that I used to be a school teacher. I used to keep telling the other people who I was trekking with that this is a great place to teach geography to the children. They can learn just about everything: flora, fauna, mountains, water, the way, everything about geography. And for women, other homemakers, step out of your comfort zone. See what the world has to offer. Your life doesn't revolve around just cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the house. When you step outside and you see the nature and you see the mountains and you feel the breeze on your face, when you climb up to higher altitudes, you realize there's more to life than just sitting. Okay, so for most people, the whole idea of holiday is to go to some big city, sit over there in a hotel room, go out and eat, or maybe see a few sightseeing places. I mean, sightseeing touristy places. But times have changed. People no longer look at that as, people no longer should be looking at that as a holiday option. As I said, nature has so much to offer.
Yeah, you should explore the nature. And it teaches us lot more things.
Correct. What is there in big cities? Big cities you find everywhere. One sati trek nomads jate travel mad nodi, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಸತಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಬೋರ್ನೆ ಟ್ರೆಕ್
You'll come back again.
annual pilgrimage namdu. Every year April we are big trek nomads going somewhere or the other, planning the
We
next trip.
already booked for next year.
Hari Darshan. I'm from Bangalore. I'm a surgeon by profession, and trekking is basically not my passion. I've just done 2 or 3 treks before, and this is my first trek which I did in Nepal. And I think I was inspired to do this trek by my wife Pooja, who has already finished 3 treks in Nepal, which is EBC, ABC and Annapurna circuit. So she had planned to do this Manaslu trek last year itself, and I was a little less confident and unsure about doing this trek or not. But then she pushed me into doing this trek, and then I got to know that she's doing this trek through Trek Nomads. I'd heard about Trek Nomads, but I had not got much idea how the trek is going to be, because since it's my first trip in Nepal, I was a little unsure, and I was a little, what do you say, paranoid and not prepared for this trek. So then I started going through the website of Trek Nomads, going through their itinerary, and then I got in touch with Hemant from Bangalore and getting all the information, and then talking to my wife, I kind of got inspired and motivated to start preparing for this trek. So I think that was around October or November when I finally decided, let me do this trek, and then I did the booking through Trek Nomads. Then I started watching a few YouTube videos about the Manaslu circuit and trying to understand how difficult the trek is, how to prepare for the trek, and how long the trek is going to be. And after this, we had a couple of meetings and sessions with Hemant from Trek Nomads, who kind of gave us an idea, explanation and details about this trek, which kind of pushed me closer to do this trek and gave me this confidence of preparing and doing this trek. You continue.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Pooja, and I'm a social worker, and I'm also from Bangalore. So trekking has been a hobby and a passion for about 8-9 years now, and I make sure that I do a Himalayan trek every year. So like he just said, last 4 years I've been coming to Nepal. The first trek in Nepal was it was ABC, then it was EBC, then Annapurna circuit, and now this. So very, very different terrains, very different cultures. The reason to choose Manaslu was nothing specific. I just wanted to come back to Nepal, and Manaslu sounded like something that I could do, I could pull off. So the training started, I think, somewhere in December. Training was brutal. Did it very diligently because we knew what we were getting into. It was 11 days of walking and long distance walking. Having said that, Trek Nomads gave us a lot of confidence. I think Hemant from Bangalore, we really chewed his brains inside out, but he was able to give us a very, very detailed view of what the terrain was going to be like, what the accommodation was going to be like. So that really helped. Watching videos helped, but none of us knew what we were getting into till we actually started the walk.
Actually, my wife was not sure whether I would do the trek or not. She said, if you want to come, you want to join, but I'm not going to take the responsibility. But then after getting in touch with Hemant, watching the YouTube videos, and a couple of again counseling and giving the confidence by my wife, I started training for this probably from January. So 3 months of training with a personal trainer, with a diet regime, and getting into the workouts to get me fitter and confident to do this trek.
Yeah. So 6 of us embarked on this journey, and the first 3 days was a breeze. We thought, oh, this is what it is. We're going to do it easily. 4th day came with some challenges. 5th day was relatively easy. 6th day was a long day.
Then came the acclimatization, and then came the actual part of the trek, which was the pass. And let me not mince the truth, the pass was not easy. But now in hindsight, I think anyone can do it. A supportive guide, a good team will definitely help you go through it. It's beautiful. The trail is just amazing, and the best part was we were the only ones on the trail for a very, very long time. So it's not at all crowded like the EBC and the ABC routes, and that's the highlight of this trek.
But you
So we
also
could
need
take-
to. You also need to mention about the long walks we had,
Yes, we
which was on
definitely
an
had
average
long
about
walks.
10 to 15 kilometers
Yes, 10
a day.
to 15, but definitely not difficult terrain. Definitely something that you can do with ample preparation. Please don't embark on this trek without preparation. I think that will help you enjoy the trail better.
There
rather
are
than
ascents,
huffing.
there are descents, but the landscape, the views, different terrain as you keep crossing,
Yeah.
I think that's going to make you forget the difficulty of the trek, forget about the ascents and descents, and it's actually you're going to get more confident and you can actually do the trek with ease.
Yes. And I'm feeling bad now that this is over, but I'm definitely looking forward to another trek with Trek Nomads because everything was very beautifully organized. There were no hitches anywhere. The guide was good. The porters were good. The support from the entire team back end was excellent. So yes, I think anyone who wants to do this, please do it, but please train well before you do it.
And for a first timer in Nepal, I would definitely recommend Trek Nomads
I would too.
because the kind of confidence they give, the guides they have, they made the entire journey smooth, and they actually made this happen. So for a first time trekker in Nepal, with a little bit of training for about 3-4 months, and with the kind of support Trek Nomads gives, I think anybody can do this trek.
Yes, absolutely.
So it all went on very well, very smooth. And I would thank Hemant for getting us into Trek Nomads first. And thanks to Naveen, who is the founder of Trek Nomads, who has been throughout with us in Nepal. He welcomed us in Kathmandu, and we were pleasantly surprised to see him at the end of the trek and the kind of support they gave. And everything was foolproof, everything was transparent, and everything was as planned. And would definitely thank them for all the help they've given, and would recommend them for the future trekkers.
Yes. I think it made it very easy this time. I have done a couple of treks I think we've done together.
This is our
But
fourth
this
trek
is our
together.
first high altitude trekking. And in terms of anxiety, in terms of being more prepared and more confident, I think it's a very good idea to come with your partner.
And yeah, it's definitely because if you have your partner with you, the confidence you get,
Yeah.
and seeing your partner doing it, I think it's going to boost you, and it'll actually push you further and make it successful.
It's very different. very, very.
If you're traveling for the first time with your partner, then I think there'll be a little bit of apprehension because it'll be more like a competition. And you're basically competing with each other, and it's a healthy competition, I agree. But seeing your partner doing better than you, I think it's going to either motivate you to push you further or it's going to pull you down. But as a couple, if you're traveling together, which we have done, and this is probably our fourth trek together, I think it's a very easy thing.
I think we've struck that.
I think we complement each other and we help each other to push ourselves further.
I think it strengthens your bond as a couple because mountains also make you very raw and vulnerable. And to have your partner around with you at such a, I wouldn't say a weak moment, but maybe a raw moment there can be nothing better than that. So we've traveled a lot together. We've also trekked a lot together. But like I said, the high altitude really matters. I'm saying this because the last time I took on a high altitude trek, I felt sick. And it was the most lonely journey there because I had to come back all alone with the guide. My other trekking partner, she went on further. So that's when I realized maybe having him around, it helps. At least I wouldn't be lonely. At least I would have somewhere to, put my shoulder on and cry. Because I felt sick and I felt like no one's understanding what I'm going through. So yes, this time it's really been
Yeah, having a partner basically helps you face the challenges better. It makes you more confident, pushes you, motivates you, and in difficult times, trouble times, you basically help each other. It's going to make you feel better.
And being a doctor, it can't get better, right?
Yeah, basically it helps you.
Yeah.
It helps you push yourself. ಎಲ್ಲೇರು ಹೇಗೆ ಇರು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗನಾಗಿರು.
ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, but ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿ. It is.
Explore nature, it gets you feel. I mean, it makes you feel better, gets you more confident, and I think it's definitely a good hobby or a passion.
It'll push your limits. It'll test your mental strength. It'll test your physical strength. But at the end of it, you'll be really proud of yourself that you did it. I'm still not able to digest that it's over. We've been preparing for it for 3-4 months, and now we're going back tomorrow, and I'm feeling bad. But I'm also very, very happy and very proud of ourselves that we pulled it off. When I say ourselves, I mean the whole group.
It makes you confident. It makes you a better person,
Yes.
and basically, you start believing in yourself that you can do anything.
Till day before yesterday, the day we did the pass, we said, okay, we're not coming back to the mountains for some time. And now we're already planning our next trek next year. That's what the mountains do to you. They bring out probably the best.
ಸೊ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಟ್ರೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ
Yes.
ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ.
Yes. We would tell all couples to come and try this at least once, and you'll do it again and again.
Hi, I'm Anoop. I'm a wedding photographer from Bangalore. So my friend dragged me into trekking. Just mentioned about Manaslu. Not knowing what it is, I just signed up with barely minimum fitness. This was my first high altitude trek. Not knowing what it was, I just continued. I was able to do it, and Trek Nomads have been very helpful throughout the trek. The guides, the porter, really pushed me, and finally I completed the pass, and here I'm back. Oh, now it feels nothing. It was tough doing it, but now I feel I can do it again. I didn't prepare. To be frank, I never prepared for it. Just a few walks in the park and a few gym sessions maybe. So, well, if you have the mental power to push yourself to the high altitude stuff, maybe you can do it. Anybody can do it. Cannot talk about that because my work, I hardly work for 3 months or 4 months a year because I'm a wedding photographer most of the times, and I handle projects only for 4 months because that's what I want to do. So I have a lot of time in my hand. I don't know how that goes with other people. Bengaluru hudugare ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಟ್ರೆಕ್. Come to Manaslu.